1, 2, Scorpio, new moon is coming to you. 3, 4, make a wish forevermore. 5, 6, grab your candlesticks. 7, 8, find out your destiny and fate. 9, 10, you're about to rise again. 1, 2, Scorpio, new moon is coming to you. 3, 4, make a wish forevermore. 5, 6, grab your candlesticks. 7, 8, find out your destiny and fate. 9, 10, you're about to rise again. Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and this is my new moon ritual, which is going to be for the 7th of November. On the 7th of November we are going to have a new moon in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. I say it this way because Scorpio is a very, very powerful sign indeed. The Scorpio has an amazing energy indeed. Scorpio has a very powerful energy indeed. It is a very sacred energy and it's a very significant energy to work with indeed. What does that mean? It means that I have decided to make this video so I can show you how to do a very, very simple and rather effective candle ritual on the 7th of November. The 7th of November. Remember the 7th of November. Remember the 7th of November. Do you know, I'm so happy. I'm really, really excited because by the 7th of November or on the 7th of November, we are going to have a crucial point in our advancement. We are going to have a crucial point in our advancement, in the actual global advancement, when it comes to the actual global spirituality, when it comes to the actual global awareness. The 7th of November is going to be a new starting point indeed, and it is going to affect us in so many different ways. There was a certain energy that was going around for the last 36 months indeed. The certain energy has caused the certain things to go slightly wrong way. This has caused all of us to deal with our personal issues, to deal with our personal problems in a slightly different way because of the lack of balance. There was no balance whatsoever. The people were affected globally. I'm talking about this a bit more in my actual new moon horoscope tarot video, which I did for the 7th of November, okay? And I'm talking about this a bit more. But this is the bottom line, is that this is going to be a rather significant and very, very powerful time indeed. It is not only about the actual global awareness, but it's about a new starting point which is going to happen on the 7th of November. And what this starting point is going to bring, it is going to bring us a new spiritual door to actually for us to open, for us to go through. So what we want to do now is just set our intentions, you know, make a wish, set our intentions. We want to send the message to the universe in the right way, using this wonderful Scorpio energy. And this is all about Scorpio, and it's all about amazing Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is very significant because of so many different things. Scorpio energy is very powerful. Scorpio energy is very mysterious. Scorpio energy is very strong. Scorpio's energy is very significant. And when it comes to the actual power of manifestation, when it comes to our spirituality, when it comes to our third psychic eye and our connection with the universe in general, Scorpio energy is just going to show us the way. And it's not only about showing us the way, it's about realizing the way, it's about realizing the next step, but it's all about working with the power, working with this amazing energy, working with this universal energies, and just getting into stream with everything and just let it go. So it's all about the power of the universe, it's all about the power of our manifestation indeed. So the Scorpio is going to bring us this amazing, rather powerful energy, which is going to help us to manifest our wishes, which is going to help us to manifest our dreams, which is going to help us a lot to focus as well on the certain part of lives that we wanted to focus on, that we wanted to happen, that we wanted to manifest, that we wanted to be, that we wanted to become. Scorpio is just kind of going to help us to get halfway there so much sooner than we would get with any other new moon. I have already explained how powerful this new moon is in Scorpio. It's actually going to be, the power of your mind is going to be very, very significant indeed. I've already mentioned this before in my previous video. It's basically like, even if you sit down, like let's say somewhere surrounded by people in the club, in the pub or something like that, in the garden or something, it depends. People are able to feel you, people are able to sense you. People are able to kind of feel what you're thinking. So if you're really positive, people are just going to be very attracted to you. People are going to feel this. If you're thinking about something very negative, people are extremely, extremely easily able to pick this up when the new moon is in Scorpio indeed. And what is this telling you is that whatever you're thinking on a new moon in Scorpio at around that time, it is basically going to be very significant. And it's not only about people being able to, oh yeah, she can sense me, he can sense me, they can sense me, la la la. It's not only about that, but what is this telling you? What is this trying to explain to you? Is the fact that this energy is very, very strong when it comes to manifestation. So this particular energy we will use in order to manifest something that we really want in our lives, okay? And I think that is going to be absolutely brilliant. Also, what happens when the new moon is in Scorpio? We are able to feel this different energy. We just find ourselves like being a kind of part of a slightly different dimension, twilight zone, different dimension. It feels like, the whole day it's just like some kind of different dimension, twilight zone and things like that. But this is just so amazing because this energy is very enjoyable, and this energy is also making people feel very emotional, making people very attractive, which is really brilliant. It's all about how we feel. This is the way people are going to feel us at the end of the day. So this is a very good, powerful, sensual energy, which is just going to make us very, very playful indeed. So basically what I was going to say to you today is how to do the simple candle ritual when it comes to such a powerful, powerful new moon in the zodiac sign of amazing and ever mysterious Scorpio. Okay, so the first thing, there are 5 things that I'm going to need you to do, or there are 5 things that I'm going to need you to pay attention to when it comes to creating your own personal ritual, which you can do on the 7th of November. Another thing that I was going to say quickly is that the 7th of November also, it is number 7. Number 7 is a very powerful number, the number of manifestation, the number of our spirit guides, the number of manifestation and the spirituality and awakening. Is the number of awakenings, it's the number of the new beginning as well. So number 7 is a very symbolic indeed. Number 7 is also going to be there to kind of bring even more into this very, very special day indeed. So it's going to be very spiritual from whichever possible way you would like to look at it. Okay, so now what I need you to do, the thing number 1 I need you to do when it comes to this particular ritual, it's actually going to be a sacred place. You need to have a sacred place. Now when I say sacred place, it is going to need to be, maybe it is a certain room that you normally go to and you really, really like. Maybe perhaps you've got a little altar somewhere, an altar, in your personal room somewhere. Maybe you don't have an altar. Maybe you've got just a little table that you can use, for example, that when you go to relax or meditate and things like that. Or maybe you can perhaps go outside, somewhere in the forest, like in the real forest. Maybe you can go somewhere outside in the forest, somewhere outside in the garden, underneath the tree, country, whatever you find as a sacred place. It's basically the place where you feel really relaxed, a place where you feel really calm, a place where you normally kind of meditate, or a place where you would like to meditate. It's all about your personal connection with that particular place, with that particular energy, with that particular power, because it needs to mean a lot to you, but it can be absolutely anything as long as it's nice and sacred to you. Okay, so first of all, you're going to need to find a place where you feel like a sacred. So I wouldn't really recommend it to do absolutely anyway. So a sacred place is needed. For example, as I already said, the forest would be quite a brilliant place, or inside a home. It all depends. It could be like a bad weather outside, you know, but as long as it means to you. The second thing that I need you to do, it's basically to cleanse your place. You know, it's when I say to cleanse your place, this is a very significant. You can maybe use like a little bit of sage, dry sage. You know, dry sage is a very significant. It's been used for many hundreds of years indeed, and the dry sage is there to get rid of the negative energy, to get rid of the bad energy, to smudge the place with the sage if possible, or maybe dry lemongrass. It's also quite good to actually smudge the place or try to clean the place from negative energy, you see. And this is what I find quite effective, you see, to try to use the sage. Burn it, or dry lemongrass, for example. Burn it, just walk around the place, you know, first have a closed window, for example, if it's indoor, and then you just like kind of burn the actual sage, and you're just walking around, and you're just kind of thinking as you're walking around, as you're looking at the smoke, you know, you can chant something if you like. Or you can just imagine as you are just burning everything, oh God forbid, as if you, when you are like a kind of smoke everything, you know, smudging everything, just at the same time, I need you to manifest, I need you to connect this straight away. You need to be connected for this process from the beginning. So as you're walking around and smudging the place with a dry sage, let's say, and then at the same time, I need you to think how this place is about to be cleansed, about to be cleansed, about to be cleansed, and about to be cleansed. Now, also, what I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant while you're walking around and while you're smudging the place, it's actually going to be to use affirmations or to use mantra. Mantra. Not only while you're walking around and smudging the place. Also, by the way, the place could be, if you're outside, obviously you're going to walk around and you're going to smudge a little bit place around you outside. For example, if you're indoor, you're going to do it indoor with a closed window, and then at the end, once you're finished, once you're happy with your smudging, with your smoke, remember it's all going to be in the smoke, then you open the door. As you're looking in the window, I just need you to focus, to concentrate, and to think about when the smoke is going out. At the same time, I need your power of attention, power of watching, which means that at the same time, I need you to connect to that smoke, and at the same time, I need you to think, as the smoke is going out, the negative energy is going out. As the smoke is going out, the negative spirits are going out. And this is exactly what you need to do in order to cleanse your sacred place. But on another hand, when it comes to using your mantras, what I was going to say, while you are walking around the place, if it's a home, it could be home, as I said, it could be outside, it all depends. But when you decide, if you're outside, for example, you're going to have like a certain place where you're going to do it. But at the same time, I need you to use like a daily, I need you to do like some kind of affirmation or mantra. You see, I said daily because I send daily affirmations and daily mantras. You see, so my head is like daily. But I'm going to need you to use like some kind of mantra. Mantra is very significant. Mantra is very powerful indeed. The power of words is incredible. I told you before, Scorpio is all about manifestation. The power of our mind, the power of our words is just going to be so much more powerful and so much more significant when we have the new moon in Scorpio. So that's why at the same time when you're walking around and smudging the place, cleansing the place, at the same time I need you to think about a certain mantra. And mantra I need you to say at the same time, or keep on saying, keep on repeating. As you're cleansing the place, I need you to keep on repeating mantra. I welcome transformation, growth, peace, healing, and abundance. Okay, I repeat, you will be walking around and I need you to keep on repeating mantra. I welcome transformation, growth, peace, healing and abundance. This is a very, very powerful mantra indeed, especially when it comes to the new moon in Scorpio. And throughout this, actual new moon ritual, I'm going to need you to keep on repeating this mantra, because this is going to be very, very brilliant, and it's going to go absolutely perfectly with whatever you do or whatever you wish to manifest. Okay. Another thing I'm going to need you to do is actually, once you are actually finished with the smudging, I'm going to need you to open the window. As I said, if you're outside, you're going to be fine. And I also need you to have a candle. I need you to have a really nice candle. I need you to have a really special candle. I need you to have a candle that is going to mean to you quite a lot. In this instance, you don't need to write anything on the candle. But what I'm going to need you to do, I'm going to need you to have a candle and a piece of paper and a pen. And I'm going to need you to write on the piece of paper, okay? But the reason why I need you to have a candle, because candle, it's a very, very good, very significant when it comes to the actual outlook that you're trying, new outlook that you're trying to bring. And also the flame, and it basically symbolizes your inner light and your inner power and your internal fire. It symbolizes a passion, your inner light, okay, your power and an internal fire within you. An internal fire within us. It's our spirit. It symbolizes us and it symbolizes our spirit, and it's probably one of the best things that we can actually have and get to actually try to manifest something indeed. There's just so much about candles, so much more about little candles than just a little flame. Little flame is one of the most powerful things in the world when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to the connection, when it comes to the connection with us, with the spirit, and so on. There is just so much more about the candle and the candlelight. But in this particular instance, it's all about our inner light, our power and our internal fire indeed, which is just going to work really perfectly, and especially when it comes to manifestation, and especially when it comes to our power of our mind, and especially when it comes to that moment when we get that ball rolling indeed. Okay, so, and what I'm going to need you to do, okay, so once you actually open the window and once the smoke is gone, and if you're outside, once you're happy to actually carry on with this ritual, then you're going to need to light the candle, and at the same time, as I said, you still keep on repeating the mantra that I said. You just keep on saying the mantra that I said even while you're lighting the candle. Okay, so once you light the candle, I'm going to need you to write down what would you like to manifest, okay? Number 1, your hopes. Number 2, your dreams. Number 3, your desires. Number 4, healing, okay? Number 5, on and on and on. What would you like to manifest? And this is very, very significant. This is the powerful moment. This is the moment of the most power that you're actually trying to do, because you're opening up to it. You're opening up your energy. You're getting closer to the universal energies. You're getting closer to the universal power. And this is the moment I need you to be as relaxed as possible indeed. And while you're writing this down, at the same time also, like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, like for example, number 1, your hopes, number 2, for your dreams, number 3, your desires, where you need to write a date next to it, where if there is possibility to write a date when this you would like, or day when you would like this to manifest or happen, just do it, because the dates are going to be also really, really brilliant and very good when it comes to focus, very good when it comes to manifestation indeed, because details like this are going to go a long way, and it's just going to help you attract even more specific things, and it's going to make everything happen like a quicker and sooner when it comes to your particular manifestation, whatever you wanted, whatever you were focusing on indeed, okay? And also now what else I'm going to need you to do is basically to try to once you finish reading this, I'm going to read, sorry, I've got a little bit of cold. Nothing is going to stop me. You see, I don't know if you can hear on my voice, but it's like this cold is like, it's not affecting me like I can do whatever I can do. I'm unstoppable. But it's just the fact that, you know, like you're going to hear my voice is like a little bit different maybe for those of you that are watching me like all the time, you know. It's like you will see that my voice is a little bit different. It's a cold, but I'm just ignoring it. It's not going to faze me. Okay, so what I was going to say, that once you finished writing things down on that piece of paper, so your things that you want to happen, next to it you just write the dates, okay? And once you finish, then you just need to basically read it, you know, read it aloud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything you kind of like wish to happen, everything you wanted to happen, everything you wrote down, I'm just going to need you to read it at the end. So this is the point now. This is the bottom line. And this is the last thing I need you to do. Obviously the candle is burning. You've done everything I said to do. So you're just going to have to kind of take a paper. Once you're finished with everything, just read everything loud, okay? Read everything loud. And this is going to be the moment which is going to start your manifestation. At the end of that read, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It all depends what did you want to manifest. It all depends how many manifestation you want to happen, you know. It all depends. But once you finish the writing this, I need you to say everything loud, okay, and give thanks to the unfolding and development of desire. So I'm going to need you to give a thanks to the universe, okay, for the unfoldment of your desires, because by giving a thanks to the universe, you're already kind of halfway there. You're already helping to the universe to connect to your desires, to connect to your wishes, because you are believing it's happening. So I need you to open up your personal channel like this, open up your energies even more, connect to this particular manifestation even more, and that on another hand is going to help this manifestation to grow even more powerful and to happen even sooner and to bring even more goodness and happiness into our lives. Because this is what I need you to do. Just read it all loud, one thing by another, one thing then another at the end. And then what I need you to do, if possible, try to leave that candle to burn until the end. That would be absolutely brilliant. But if the candle is really huge, if the candle is really massive, then of course you're not going to be able to let this candle to burn until the end. So I would really suggest you to every now and then, you know, just burn this candle until you burn this candle until the end. So maybe it's going to need you like about 3 weeks after that moment to burn this candle at the end. If you are burning it every time a little bit, every time you light it, for example, I just need you to at the same time like think about that particular affirmation, that particular mantra I said, because that particular mantra is going to be the key that is going to bring this energy into it. You already have a candle to connect to it, but every time you light this candle on, if you wish this candle to burn until the end, I'm going to need you to repeat that particular mantra. It may take you like about, you know, 1 month after that moment. That doesn't matter. So for example, you start this manifestation on the 7th of November and it's like 7th of December, you're still doing it. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. But when you, like for example, just don't leave candle unattended. Do not leave candle in the home or in the house somewhere, or even outside, like burning without anyone being there. That's the only thing that I'm going to ask you to do. You need to be really, really careful indeed. But like this, for example, if you're, what else I was going to say, and it's really important, never blow the candle. You can blow the candles like for your birthdays. That's completely different. But when we are doing things like this, when we are doing this energy, when we are trying to connect to the universe and we are doing like a little affirmations and things like that, then I need you to just get rid of the candles, to put it out like this, tick, with your fingers like this, tick, you put it out, okay? So every time when you burn a little bit, you can be in the room, for example, and then you go out, and then you have so much candle left, for example. So don't blow, just do it like this, do it with your fingers, and then when you come back the next day, for example, and and you can spend another hour at home or wherever you are, then you can just kind of light the candle again until it burns until the end, okay? But if you can leave the candle like to burn on that particular day, on the 7th of November, until the end, that would be brilliant. But if you can't, as I said, to let it burn until the end, then you put it out like this with your fingers, it doesn't hurt. And then every time, every day, you make it light, you light it and you wait again, but at the same time when you light it, you repeat the mantra that we repeated before. And this is what it's going to bring everything into life again. However, this mantra, not a mantra, but this new moon ritual is going to be very, very strong. And that's what I'm suggesting you to make the most of it, to try to manifest as much as you can. Try to manifest also those things that you wanted to happen in a really long time, okay? And you will see the power of your mind. You will see the power of your thoughts. And especially when it comes to the actual Scorpio, we are just like going to be super powerful. We are going to be super psychics, because our third psychic eye is going to be even more enhanced. And perhaps it's wonderful, because Scorpio always brings, this energy always brings us some kind of element of surprise. So what happens in this day, what happens at this time when we are kind of benefiting from this energy, is that we actually kind of start feeling drawn towards towards strange things and new directions. And if you also feel very strongly connected to the new connection or to the new path when it comes to manifesting things, when it comes to actually you feeling connected to something that you haven't felt connected before, that is going to be the bombastic point. That is going to be an incredible point indeed, because this means so much, especially when the Scorpio new moon is trying to make you aware of the new path that is being there around you and waiting for you, and it is going to have the most significant effect on your life. So if something new comes up to you, if something new is on your mind, if some kind of new wish or new manifestation you want to happen and what you want to use when you do this new moon Scorpio new moon ritual, then just go for it. These are the most significant, and they normally come to us when we are writing things down, and then suddenly something completely different comes to your mind and you're like, oh wow, that's cool, maybe I should do this. And this is what Scorpio new moon power is all about. And the last thing that I'm going to say, okay, what do you do with that paper? What do you do with it? Once you're finished writing this list on the 7th of November 2018, I need you to take this list and I need you to put it somewhere where you can keep on seeing this list. Maybe you can put it somewhere on your mirror. Maybe you can put it somewhere in your bedroom. Maybe you can put it somewhere in your living room. Maybe you can place it somewhere where you think it's your sacred place. Maybe you've got your own personal little altar. But it's just somewhere where you can actually place it, where you can keep on reading and where you can keep on seeing it. You don't need to see it every single day. You don't need to read it every single day. But it's just good to be there, because this is like one of those things that even if you're not reading it, even if we are not reading it consciously, we're actually reading it subconsciously. Our spirit is reading it. Our guardian angels are reading it. Our spirits are reading it. Our spirit guides are reading it. They will be whispering this into our ear throughout the time, when we don't pay attention to, when we needed to be reminded. So subconsciously, with the power of the universe, we are going to be able to kind of keep on reading this list, even if we are not aware of it. So the point is to just keep that particular list. Once you finish writing your wishes, once you finish saying everything, I just need you to keep this list and put it somewhere, somewhere where it's like a sacred place, or somewhere you can maybe perhaps not see it necessarily every day, but where you can pass next to it every day. So please go for it. New moon in Scorpio is one of the most favorite time of the year when it comes to me, and when it comes to my feelings, when it comes to all this powerful, mysterious energy, because this is the time I find myself. This is the time I come up with the new ideas. This is the time that affects me in such an amazing way, and I'm kind of like just start feeling feeling drawn myself towards so much, and I'm quite re-energized with this powerful energy when it comes to new moon in Scorpio. And as I said, please do it wisely and think about what would you like to happen. And also, let me tell you that this new moon in Scorpio on the 7th of November is the most powerful new moon this year. The most powerful new moon this year is going to be on the 7th of November, and this energy is going to be absolutely remarkable. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light to all of you watching me. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.